Ion Torrent launched the personal genome machine 3 years ago, and we launched that by focusing on our core competency, being able to revolutionize next-gen sequencing by sequencing on the surface of a semiconductor chip without the need for light. We like to say it democratized sequencing because it brought that sequencing down to a broader collection of people. But in doing that, we realized that we can't provide all possible analysis solutions for those customers. Being able to leverage third-party partners like DNASTAR gave us the ability to immediately plug the analysis of our sequencer into an existing analysis interface, and people could start immediately using the tool. In fact, our first de novo assemblies that came out with E. coli were run using the DNASTAR SeqMan engine. And now, anyone who's running and thinking about converting from Sanger analyses to NGS analyses using the PGM have the opportunity to use the DNASTAR platform without any hiccup or change. Same user interface, Sanger analysis, NGS analysis, and a direct transition to that so that they can move off of one technology and onto the NGS technology of the future. The power of next-gen sequencing is really that you can generate massive amounts of data, right? That's the core competency of next-gen sequencing. It's what NGS does really well. It's also probably the thing that scares people the most because now they have all this data and they're not sure what to do with it, and it can actually be paralyzing to people. The benefit of DNASTAR is that they give customers a simple user interface, and that simple user interface has actually been tested by customers for years, if not decades, and people have been trying to analyze DNA from the start of when you could sequence DNA, and DNASTAR has been there with those tools. So over the years, you start to understand all the nuances and difficulties with DNA sequence analysis. But by providing that simple user interface to people in an easy, affordable manner, with the benefit of having the ability to call somebody if you have any questions and learn exactly the nuances of this, it really democratizes DNA sequencing analysis. And that democratizes sequencing in general, and that's really why DNASTAR and Ion Torrent have been such a good fit from the start. When we look into the future, what excites me the most is really the movement towards whole genomes. Now, whole genomes may actually require a couple of different libraries to get the full level of information out of it. We might have a fragment library and a different type of library called a long mate pair library. And these long mate pair libraries help span bridges, gaps that might exist in the sequencing. And it requires a special type of analysis to pull these analyses together. One of the things that we've been working quite closely with DNASTAR has been the assembly of those data. As we feed data to DNASTAR, they're able to take and develop novel assembly methods that can help fill in the gaps and do that in an automated manner without some of the art of finishing the genome that used to exist. So being able to remove that really, again, lowers the barrier to analysis, lowers the barrier to entry, and brings sequencing to all.